I'm talking to bodybuilders as a bodybuilder who since the mid 90s had to wear a CPAP throughout all of my career and still do. And this isn't just for big guys, even smaller, lean guys who have thick necks may experience some degree of apnea and can benefit from a CPAP for blood pressure and recovery. So,
Stan, can you tell me okay, so I've heard this many times before. I don't know if my listeners have as well, but that a CPAP is very good at lowering blood pressure and all of that. The thing I want to ask you is I'm having trouble wearing mine.
yeah,
And a lot of my listeners are the
yeah.
same. They're like, I can't wear my CPAP. I've tried so many different masks. I've tried everything I can, and then the ones who do fall asleep, and I'm like this as well, they'll message me and say, yeah, but I rip it off halfway through the night and I can never keep it on the whole time. So do you have any suggestions for these kind of like, I'm sure you've received these kind of questions as well.
Of course, there's been times where I've flown out to a client's house to set up their CPAP so that it's more comfortable. When I first started using a CPAP in the early 90s, it was just as my body weight started getting north of 240 or so, I found myself waking up in the morning exhausted and wanting to fall asleep all day long while I was driving to work or while I was sitting at work.
Yeah.
And so I got a CPAP. And they used to be, a CPAP is continuous positive airway, right? So it was like driving down the freeway with no windshield, just all night long. And it was intolerable. But I dealt with it and I ratcheted that headset down until until my jaws were sore and I woke up sore. But it was life-changing. And I don't say that about a lot of things. You and I have been in this business for decades, and we don't say that about a lot of things. But I woke up 2 mornings later and I was like, damn, it's unbelievable.
See, I haven't had that epiphany. I'm waiting for that.
Yeah. Well, I was a younger man, and you're tired from just about everything when you get to be our age. But the mask is always the challenge. Nowadays, they have these auto PAPs, which are called BiPAPs, where when you exhale, the machine interprets your breathing and stops forcing air in.
Okay.
It can set the amount of pressure that the machine will give you and will relieve you. Right. It's called expiratory pressure relief, EPR. In most machines, and you can just go to YouTube and YouTube your machine with programming instructions. It'll tell you how to get into it and what adjustments to make so that it's a little more comfortable when you exhale. It's not still pushing air into your face.